Welcome to the training Apps and APIs for Business Prices and Quantity Discounts. When professional Amazon sellers want to attract B2B customers, they often start by setting business prices and quantity discounts. Business prices are set per unit and are lower than the standard prices available to non-business customers. Quantity discounts are set for bulk purchases and offer business buyers increased savings for purchasing larger numbers of units. Setting business prices and quantity discounts helps sellers meet the expectations of business customers buying in bulk. We also give professional sellers tools to automate business prices and discounts and to respond to discount requests from B2B customers for the same reasons. Using the Manage Pricing, Automate Pricing, and Manage Quotes tools in Seller Central, sellers can offer business buyers the savings they want in the way that's best for their own business. If a seller wants to enhance, streamline, or scale the way they offer business prices and quantity discounts, they can also use applications or apps. The apps they use are similar to the ones many of us open every day to rate restaurants or find a ride to the airport. But they're designed for the kinds of e-commerce activities that take place on Seller Central. A seller might use an app to set business prices and discounts so they can avoid manually transferring information to or from Seller Central. Or they might use an app to pare down the large number of pricing functionality offered by Amazon to the few key features they use to run their business. Many sellers who use apps for B2B pricing also enjoy features that are more intuitive for their employees and which allow them to streamline and automate their operations. For example, some apps allow sellers to sync their consumer and B2B pricing or to sync multiple pricing systems from a single dashboard. If you're a seller interested in using apps to set or automate business prices and quantity discounts, or to respond to discount requests from business customers, you can review current Amazon-approved apps by visiting the Amazon Partner Network or APN. Log into Seller Central and select Partner Network from the main menu. Then click Find Apps and Services. This will take you to the APN homepage, where you can browse apps by category or search. To review apps that support B2B operations, click a category name and then refine the results on the next page by selecting Amazon Business B2B. Each app has its own detail page which describes its features and functionality. We also provide contact information and web links so sellers can purchase and download apps. If you're a seller interested in building or using an app not yet available on APN, or if you want to use a private app not listed by Amazon, you or your developer can create a new app and connect it to your Seller Central account. You can integrate an app specifically for business prices and quantity discounts, or build apps for other selling-related functions. For more information about creating and connecting apps to a seller account, see our module Introduction to B2B Apps and APIs, as well as our Selling Partner API course on Seller University. These modules provide an overview of our two API services: Selling Partner Application Program Interface, or SPAPI, and Amazon MWS. Apps that have been integrated with SPAPI or Amazon MWS can use several APIs to set and automate business prices and quantity discounts, and to respond to discount requests from business customers. If a professional seller wants to use an app to set business prices and quantity discounts, they or their developer can use our Feeds API. The Feeds API supports all the operations available through the Manage Pricing tool on Seller Central. But sellers can also use the Feeds API in combination with certain apps to streamline processes and enjoy their efficiencies. Developers can refer to the Selling Partner API documentation on GitHub or search for the Amazon MWS documentation to learn how to use the Feeds API. In the documentation for SPAPI, click the References folder and then search for the Feeds API folder. Select the Feed Type Values page and then locate Pricing Feed in the Listings Feeds list. Next, click and open the price.xsd file. The elements used for business prices and quantity discounts appear towards the top. In the documentation for Amazon MWS, click the API References folder and then search for the Feeds folder. If a professional seller wants to use an app to receive alerts related to B2B pricing, they or their developer can take advantage of SP API's new Notifications API. Notifications API lets sellers subscribe to push notifications, which they can use in combination with the product pricing and Feeds APIs to build repricing apps. These apps can function like the Automate pricing tool in Seller Central. For example, a seller can use the Any Offer Changed notification to be alerted whenever any of the top 20 offers change for a product they sell. They can then adjust their own offer in response. Notifications API also lets sellers subscribe to a B2B notification not available through Seller Central. The B2B Any Offer Changed notification, or B2B AOCN, lets sellers know when any of the top 20 B2B offers change for a product they sell. This notification is provided exclusively through our SP API service. Developers can refer to the Selling Partner API documentation on GitHub to learn how to use Notifications API and the B2B AOCN notification. In the documentation, click the Guides folder, select your language preference, choose the Use Case Guides folder, and then click the Notifications API Use Case Guide. From the list, select the version of the guide with the most recent date. Any earlier versions are out of date, and versions dated in the future haven't been released yet. The Notifications API Use Case Guide provides 2 tutorials and a full breakdown of notifications by type. Developers setting up the B2B AOCN notification should refer to the second tutorial for the Amazon Simple Queue service workflow and the B2B Any Offer Changed notification type. Finally, if a professional seller wants to use an app to respond to customers requesting discounts, they or their developer can use the Reports and Feeds API. They use the Reports API first to collect requests and then the Feeds API to respond. Using these APIs lets sellers review and respond to customer requests as they would through the Manage Quotes tool. But they can do so in apps that might favor bulk actions or decrease response times. Developers can refer to the Selling Partner API documentation on GitHub or search for the Amazon MWS documentation to learn how to use the Reports API. In the documentation for SP API, click the References folder, then search for and click the Reports API folder. Select the Report Type Values page and then locate and click Amazon Business Reports from the list of categories. The Manage Quotes report is the first report under this category. Note that this particular report is produced as an XLSX file. In the documentation for Amazon MWS, click the API References folder and then search for the Reports folder. If you're a seller who would like to learn more about setting or automating business prices and quantity discounts, or if you want to know more about responding to discount requests from business customers, we encourage you to review the Amazon Business modules on Seller University dedicated to these topics. We also encourage you to see our module, Apps and APIs for B2B Product Opportunities, to learn about additional offerings. This concludes our training on apps and APIs for business prices and quantity discounts. Thanks for watching and happy selling in the Amazon store.